Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm Carol at Mom.Plans and I am here to share some new items that Erin Condren has on their website, and they sent them to me. I was able to get this collaboration and I was really excited because they have some fun new things. I am going to start first with this Hello Kitty notebook, and it is a Hello Kitty. This is one of the interchangeable covers. I was sent two interchangeable covers, this one and then this checked one, and they're just great for, you know, changing up your season. They have seasonal ones, they have just bright florals, and the interchangeable covers are really great, especially if you are in a planner for the entire year. A lot of people do stay in a planner all year. It's a great way to add seasonal touches or just like a refresh for a new season. So I do love that. Also, the coils on their notebooks, you can always choose the gold, rose gold, and the platinum. Now, this was sent to me, and I'm not 100% sure if you can choose the Hello Kitty to have a different coil. I will check on that. But the covers also, the interchangeable covers also have these dashboards that you can use wet or dry erase markers on. I have never done that, but I do love them to use as a dashboard for sticky notes and reminders and things like that. I have used them for that. I'm just not a, like the wet erase markers, I just don't like messing with them or cleaning it up. And I do appreciate that this material though, they take the sticky notes so nicely. So I do love that about the interchangeable covers. And we were sent our boxes, but the Hello Kitty cover did not come on it. They are sending that to us, and I'm dropping in a photo of what that looks like. But there's so many people who love Hello Kitty. It is really a big seller for Erin Condren. And so this was a lot of fun to get and to look over. It is a lined notebook, and the little images are on the bottom of the pages, and it just continues all the way lined the whole way through. And it's the thick, toothy Erin Condren notebook paper, which, you know, we all love. I went ahead and I did a little fun pen testing, because another fun item that they sent me, I was sent the stencils and these black gel ink pens. These are different colors, but they are all black gel ink in there. And I will start first with these. These I loved, I really did. I am picky about my pens, and I have a large collection of Erin Condren pens. Let me get one of my pen holders. Also, Erin Condren also sells my most favorite item, which is this pen cup organizer. And so I'm very picky on what pens I use, and I will keep these pens. I will reuse these pens because it is a fine tip pen, and they just write really smooth, and it's not thick. It's exactly what I like. Also, I can write and wipe right over it, as you saw, and there's no smearing. So I loved that. This is a pen I will carry. So black ink gel pens, and they are really fun. They are a thicker pen, but I like that. Thicker, like holding it wise, the barrel. I also went ahead and used those when I was playing with the stencils, and I have not used many stencils because I'm not a fan of a lot of them. I think you have to do them really well for them to really be helpful or beneficial, because I've seen some that are just so flimsy and not worth my time of even trying. But I am going to say Erin Condren did these stencils really well. I love them. I don't use stencils, and I thought everything I did came out really well for a first try. So I'm gonna go through them. You get 3 of them. And this was the first one I used. Sorry, Norton was in here, and speaking of cats, Hello Kitty, my cat was in here, left some cat hair. So the first one I used is this one here. So it has just the lines and the little circle dots. And on first try, I couldn't get it lined up perfectly with the lines on this notebook, but looking at it, it should match these lines perfectly. And of course, you don't have to add lines already on a line notebook, but if you wanted to make a list on like part of it, or maybe break this up into 4 lists, because you could easily fit 4 on these pages, this would be a great thing to use. And you can see I did a pretty good job. The only thing wrong with this is I just didn't line it up well, and that was first time use error. But I do journal. I do have a lot of different graph journals, dot grid and things like that, and I would love something like this. Also, it has a fun edge, which I doubled it up. I just did a quick swipe of a highlighter, and then I dropped in another one of these boxes here just to make it stand out. I wanted to zoom in a little bit closer so you could see these up close, but these boxes here were from the top part of this stencil. I also did a little squiggly line down here with one of the pens and did that with highlighter. And then this circle one has this round one right here. So those are even just fun for, like, you know, doubling up, doing these little pops of decoration on your pages. I added some of the heart stencils. So this one has heart, it has a little triangle, check mark, grocery basket, shopping basket, a dollar sign, and some other little boxes, and then a line. I wonder if you could see it better. Let me use this. I know what I'm going to use. As you can see, you have hearts, you have little circles, then you have the check boxes. You have one big line that I did here. I outlined it in pen and then used the highlighter, and then flags, and there's even some more just lines. And so this, I really love it. I really like the stencils, and I like the fact that they are small enough to carry. I could even make like a box out of any of the 3 sizes that you get. So you have 3 different sizes boxes that you can make if you wanted to make large boxes on your planner, and those are great. So let's take a look at the circle ones. You know, you can do like for goal planning, these half circle. Love the little check box there, the little flag. And of course, then you have your Monday through Sunday lettering. And then this is the lined, the chevron type squiggle at the bottom. So those are your 3 stencils that you get. And like I said, I'm loving them. I can see me using these a lot. I do really enjoy them. And here is a look up close of some of the ones I use. And like I said, it was first time use. I would say for the Monday through Sunday stencil, I think just a thick highlighter works best with that versus pen. And like over here, I did a comparison of using just a highlighter first time try, and then what it looked like if I outlined the stencil, the dollar sign, the shopping basket, and the check with the pen. So there is your stencils. If you're a journaler, if you like to have some fun decorations and maybe you don't want to add stickers to your planner, these stencils would be a great addition. So pens and these stencils get high reviews from me. And of course the cute little Hello Kitty. Okay, so let me show you what I was really excited about getting my hands on. And that is the new B6 Slim notebooks. This is a cover that comes with it. It has a pen holder. I have not tried the pen holder out yet. I'm going to talk about the cover first, and then I will talk about the books. So I just put the back page in. You could probably put both front and back cover in. I don't like to use my covers that way though. I usually put the back cover in. And then let's see if you could put the front cover in of a second one and carry them both. And I would say you could possibly. I would be more afraid of bending one of the notebooks though by having them 2 in there. So I'm going to take this out. And what if I just set it in there? I feel better if I just set it in there, because then as you can see, the spines are not squished on that. And let's talk about this cover. It has, you know, where you can put your front and back flaps in your book if you wanted to, or like me, I put the back and I use this as like a way to carry stickers or information on that side. Use it like as an envelope. And your pen holder, I will see, let's see, it probably is easier if it had a book in it. And of course, this has not been used yet, so it's gonna be hard to get it started. Okay, I got it in. And this big barreled pen fits in there. And I'm trying, there's kind of a ridge on it. There we go. And so yeah, it slides right in, so you could take a notebook and a pen with you on the go. And also about this cover, the other thing I like, it is a vegan cover. It feels really good. I actually got something on it and I wiped it off. Some things I like about it. One, I have my initials on there, and then there's a cute little asterisk. I like the gold corners as like a protector and also a little decorative. And I just think this looks really nice to like toss in your notebook, an extra place for notes, you know, especially if you have a big planner and you don't like to take it on the go. I do like making this as a fun little toss in your purse carry. So yeah, so I like the cover that they have for it. It fits fat pens, which is really important. And you could, like I said, you could carry 2 books. I just wouldn't put both covers in this. I would only put the 1 book in the cover. So let's talk about these books. I'm going to tell you what the difference is from Erin Condren's other notebooks in paper. First, they are trying out a new size. They're calling this B6 Slim. It is 4.9 by 6.9 inches. There are 96 pages in the notebooks. They are 70-pound linen textured cover. That's what these covers are, and they do feel really nice. I will say I like the covers. They have lay flat binding, and the interior pages, here's the big thing, is a 54-pound text weight, because they wanted to have some more thinner paper and lightweight to make small compact books. And they wanted to make sure it was going to hold up to Erin Condren's standards of not a lot of bleed through and show. So let's take a look at that. So I have a lined one. This is the lined notebook. And, you know, it does stay flat. I had been working on the binding a little bit, like just rubbing it down. And the beginning for any notebook is always going to be hard to keep the pages down. But, you know, as you use it, it lays more and more flat. But I did start a little bit of a pen test here in the back. Where is that? It's right here. I tried some of these new pens. And I'll just write here because I just wrote it real quickly and I wanted to see if it smeared. Okay, this paper did not smear. We're using these pens as I wrote on it. And there is some shadowing, but not too much. So let's try some other pens. Some of my favorites from EC. These are not the new dual tip. I still have some of the old dual tip. So I'm going to try these. We're going to see about smearing. Dual tip. We're going to try the heavy duty end. And let's take a look. That was my daughter texting me. Okay, so the dual tip, the thick end does, I would say it does bleed through. Can you see that? And I do have a heavy hand. The others did not. Let's just try some other generic pens that I have. This is my 0.5 CAROLUSA. This is my Mark On. And there may have been, I'm gonna rewrite this. I thought there was a little, but I think I had a big drop of ink on it. So CAROLUSA is the same. And here is my fountain pen. And this is a zebra. And so here you have Here's what the pen test looks like. So pretty good. I'm gonna try fine tip marker. These lines on this notebook are large, so if you are a big hand writer like me, I write really big, it fits it really nicely. Okay, so pen test is pretty good for this paper. I would say it feels very, there's no tooth. It feels very smooth. I want to say smooth, not slick, because slick doesn't to me describe it. It's just a very soft, smooth paper. It does feel really good. The fat tip, like I said, of the dual tip is the markers. I would not do anything heavier than that. Let's try some highlighters. Well, these are the metallic markers. And those did not bleed through. Here are just some midliners. That's what I used up there. And a little, like I said, I was heavy-handed, so a little bit of bleed through there at the ends. Okay, so then this is the productivity notebook, which means, and I haven't opened this one. I haven't played around in this, so it is popping up a little bit, but like I said, you just massage the spine a little bit. Everyone likes a little rub down, and it works just fine. I love the layout of this. You have just different lined sections on the left side, and then of course your list here, and then an open box, and then graph paper here. And I wish I knew the size of this graph paper. It is fairly small, but I like that. And this would be so fun to use those stencils on. Like if you wanted to do some celebrations and make some squiggly lines. You know, you could do grocery list over here and then meal planning or vice versa. This would be like a really fun carry. I do like the thinness of them, and I have it upside down. I like the new paper. I'd love to see them bring this new paper into maybe some different planners. I think that would be great. Here is one thing I am going to talk about, because I have a lot of people who follow me and I know they use B6 Slim, and this is what I found. So I gave you the dimensions from Erin Condren, and on their website it says they're 4.9 by 6.9. So when you hold up my sterling ink, I'm going to put Erin Condren in the front. I did that because I wanted to share that the EC is shorter than sterling ink. But it is way wider than sterling ink. It's almost like it's almost the spine width there, this binding, and even a little bit sliver over here. Sterling ink is 4.3 by 7.1. That is their B6 Slim. And then my Planner Perfect has the same issue where the Erin Condren is way wider, and it just hangs off. I would say, you guys, I don't measure anything, but I would say that's a good inch. Planner Perfect is 4.25 by 7. And the height of it is very similar. Planner Perfect is just a smidge taller, if you can see that. But it's really the difference of the width. And so with what I carry my B6 books in, to make it fit, I would have to like cut off and I wouldn't do it. I would take it to a office store, but I would just cut off the end to make it more narrow, and then I would be able to carry it with the other ones, because I do like this. Of course, cutting it off means my list on this side is going to be shorter, so this actually might be better for a grocery list on this side for me, and then I can have note pages there. And then on this one, I wouldn't use the dates up the top anyway, but I'm going to lose some of that. So if you use that, they do have different designs in this book. let me talk to you about them. Different color options. In the line notebooks, there are 3 different covers. It's the Monaco, it's this stripe, which I have, and then a Daisy Blooms. The Daisy Blooms is beautiful. And then for the productivity one, there are 3 different options there. You can get just a navy, you can get this here, which is the salmon productivity graph, and then there's a beautiful lilac productivity graph book. And then there are 3 different cover options. They have this navy here, but they have the Monaco, which it's like a teal is what it looks like, and then the black vegan. They have just a black vegan cover. And so those are your options. You know, it's not a large line, but whenever, you know, any company is introducing a new product, of course, you know, they're going to see how well they do. But if you want a cute little carry, if you don't use B6 Slim as I currently do, then you would probably enjoy just one of these notebooks in this actual cover, because the cover for it is, I don't have any problems with the cover. It's vegan, but it feels good. And it holds the pen as I showed. And if you really wanted to make it sturdy, you would put both front and back cover in, but I just don't ever use mine that way, because like I would, especially if you use it for shopping, I would put like grocery receipts in there, maybe coupons, and then you can just take this out with you. Or if you like the productivity one better, I love the graph. I'm a little obsessed with this graph page. I would like one just completely all graph. That is what is new at Erin Condren, and I'm so thankful that they sent them to me so I could see them in person. And so I have some new favorite pens. I have new stencils that I'm going to be so creative in my planning with. And then some fun little carries on the go, these little B6 Slim notebooks. I also want to mention that a fellow EC affiliate is working on her review of all the same items. And she is just a lovely person, and that is Natalie. And you can find Natalie's YouTube at Coquette Natalie, and I will also tag her Instagram here. It's always great to get another person's perspective, and she is really big into the Hello Kitty, and she probably can give you a lot more information on this beautiful notebook and the whole line. And Natalie and I met at Go Wild, and we've just stayed in touch since then, and she's just a lovely person. And so I just wanted to shout out to her and her review. And everyone, thank you for watching. Reach out to me if you have any questions, and I look forward to sharing more videos with you.